This short video describes some of the major features of Moodle. Moodle is the learning management system we'll be using for this particular course. If you are viewing this video, you obviously was able to log into Moodle and access your specific account. Of course, when you first logged in, there is a listing of the courses you are taking. My screens may look just a tad bit different from yours, but for example, my courses are the 3 courses I'm teaching this semester using Moodle. Let's click on our course, Addictive Behaviors, and the Addictive Behavior screen should come up. Again, I will turn my view to the student view, which is the same view that you see when you log in. Let's hold on one second, please. Okay, so when we first log in, you will note after choosing SAB 130, you can click on participants and see a list of all the people that's in the class, students and instructors. You will also see a list of activities in terms of assignments or discussion forums or additional resources. You can, if you're looking for a particular person or word or posting you have seen in the discussion board forums, you could actually type that word and search the forums. You may access your gradebook under administration and your profile. This option allows you to upload a picture of yourself, for example, if you want to do that, and update any contact information and other information you want to share with the class. And this block under My Courses lists the courses you are enrolled in. On the right side of the screen, you will see a latest news column. Any course announcements, or actually institutional announcements, general announcements that I list under the general announcement discussion forum will also pop up under this block as a reminder. Sometimes calendar events will be posted there in terms of upcoming activities, dates, and things like that. Online users, this block will actually tell you who is currently online, participating or looking at the same classroom session that you're looking at. So if you see users being listed as being online, you may click on them and sometimes be able to communicate with them that way. The next 2 blocks are blocks specific to me. You have a Google Chat icon. You can actually click on this icon, which will bring up a couple of pass-through screens. Just follow the directions, and on my end, I will be contacted for a text chat. So you can chat with me via text. I also have a Skype badge listed that tells you again that I'm online, and you can click on this, and if you have Skype installed on your computer, Skype will automatically launch, and you may video chat with me or audio chat or just via text chat with me via this method in real time. The next block is one of the news feeds I've posted for the website. This is the Join Together news feed, and it will change daily. It just there could be some interesting articles, newspaper clippings, and items in the news that you might be interested in. So, for example, if you see something that's interesting, this one, for example, average TV watching teens sees 1 alcohol ad a day. You can actually click on that and see the actual link and a description of the article that was online. My internet's being a bit slow today, so I do apologize. Getting back to Moodle, when you first logged in, this is our course logo, my welcome message, and the Start Here option. Again, you obviously clicked on Start Here if you're viewing this video, and the Start Here button brought up the introduction lecture pages. Your syllabus is also listed. You can click on the syllabus or click on your instructor list or link will give you additional information about me. Again, these 5 items or course forms, click here to see course announcements. You can actually click on that, and let's give the system one moment to respond. This form is for general news and announcements for this particular course. So any items we place in this form will be news and announcements just for this particular course. And you can keep track of all the forms postings I make one by one. Currently, this form forces everybody to be subscribed, which means hopefully you should receive an email message every time I post a topic in this form. But this is one of those features that we're still trying to work out in Moodle, making sure that everybody receives appropriate forum emails in a forum like this. So in the meantime, I suggest that everybody checks this forum at least every time you log in for any new announcements. Another forum is click here to ask me a question. If you have any course-specific questions that you need answers to, please post it in this form. So if you have specific or actually general course questions, post it here, because if you have a particular question, someone else may have the same question at the same time. If you have questions related to your own personal account or personal work or grades or personal situation, please email me those as you normally would. This form is only for those questions that we feel comfortable posting online in public for anyone to see. Hold on one second, please. Okay. We have a forum for you and your classmates. This is a student-led forum that is not graded. It's basically students can use it to communicate about anything they want with other students. It could be about the class, about the program, about the weather. It's totally up to you. The next topic is the course news and general discussion forum. Again, I may post some updates or other program information, institutional information in this form occasionally. So just make sure that you check on that every now and then. Last but not least is the Beautiful Boy Coffee House forum. Again, this is a student-driven forum just for students that you can use to discuss our beautiful boy text reading and to ask each other questions. I think in some of the notes I mentioned we should use this as a coffee house or book club. If you have a question or a comment about what you're reading, there's a good place to post it. Most lessons are actually all of your assignments, readings, homework, tests, or quizzes, that type of thing, will always be inside of one of these blocks for that particular lesson. So for example, you will note this block says lessons in module 0 to 1. The reason I indicated it 0 to 1 is I'm including lessons on module 0 in these items above it. Just reviewing your syllabus, going through the start here information, and so forth. Module 1 is actually this block here. And the module blocks, or lesson blocks, will have the same format for each one. It will give you the module number, or the lesson number. The topic of our lesson for number 1 is what is addiction, and the due date. This one is January the 21st, 2011. And in order of, this is incomplete, but it'll serve as a good example. Your first activity will be to complete a discussion board form. Anytime you see the two faces, the icon that looks like a two-face, that means it's a form. So I want you to click on this form. Hold on one second until this appears. And you will have a question. Before we begin our work this semester, I want the class to have a discussion regarding what their personal views of addiction is or is not. After you read the directions, click Add a New Question. If you have that option, you may not. Or you can click on my thread that says Instructor Thread. And you may choose Reply. And basically you can reply to my thread or anyone else's thread. So your first assignment is to respond to this question with your own original post, then respond to another one of your students. Let's wait one moment. Again, I apologize for the slow connection. Not exactly sure why we're having so many problems today. Then normally, above the view assignments for this topic below, you will have a lecture file. It'll say something such as, click here to view the lesson lecture file. And you will be able to click on that file, and it will automatically come up to some of the pages that I want you to be familiar with, and my comments and attachments and so forth. Then below, you will have assignments for the topic. Your reading assignments, another forum, for example, or any other assignments that you will need to do for credit, or non-credit sometimes. Basically, what's really important to remember is this. For each particular lesson or module week, such as number 1, for example, make sure you have completed everything in this particular block. Everything you will need to do will be inside the block. Nothing will exist outside the block. So if students are worried about missing something, well, if you complete all the links that's inside the block, you will not miss anything. And then, for example, lesson 2 will be listed, and lesson 3, lesson 4, and so forth. So eventually, we will have a collection of 12 to 13 lesson blocks that we will be responsible for. I do not mind if students work ahead, that is okay, but especially here at the very beginning of the semester, I will be posting assignments with enough time for you to complete them by the due date. I hope by mid-semester to have assignment blocks, especially after lesson number 6 or 7, posted for the remaining parts of the semester, so those students who want to work ahead can. So again, this was just a short, quick overview of Moodle. Make sure that here at the very beginning of the semester, you work through all of these links and the particular lesson block links by their respective due date. Of course, as always, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, I will be happy to help. Take care.